presentation is on Chapter 26, Artistic Giftedness. So it's common to hear children who have advanced scholastic ability referred to as gifted, and children who have advanced artistic ability referred to as talented. In this chapter, the authors argue that there should be no distinction between the two types of children. They are both gifted. Children with high ability in an art form are very similar to academically gifted children. They are both precocious. They master the first steps in their domain at an early age, and they learn more rapidly. They have a range to master. They are motivated to make sense of their domain and show high interest and focus in their area. They march to their own drummer. They learn differently than other children, and they learn mostly on their own and require little adult guidance. They are creative. There are two levels of creativity, little c and big C. Gifted children are creative in the little c sense. They are able to solve problems and make discoveries in their domain. Big C creativity involves changing domains. According to Gardner and Simonton, children can't do this. A creator cannot make domain-altering changes until they have worked in their area for at least 10 years. There are several characteristics of children who are gifted in visual arts. Artistically gifted children are guided by figurative processes. They can draw things as they appear. They can encode visual information more accurately, and they see the world in different shapes. They have superior visual memory. They attend more to the act of drawing. They can see when their drawings look wrong, and they find ways to represent the world on paper. An important indicator of giftedness is the ability to draw recognizable objects at least 1 year before other children. Most children do this around the age of 3 or 4. These two drawings show the difference in the way a typical and a gifted child draw apples. For a typical 2-year-old, a line represents a thing, in this case, an apple. But the gifted 2-year-old has grasped the concept that a line represents an edge. Gifted children can produce realistic drawings. They can capture the precise shapes of objects. They represent volume and depth. They draw correct proportions of figures. And they sometimes start from an unusual place, like drawing a dog's ear first or a person's shoulder. They make view-specific drawings at an early age. These are examples from 3 gifted children described in the chapter. At age 3, Ethan is able to show perspective not only with the tops and sides of the truck, but also with the smaller size of the cars in the background. Alexandra, who is age 10, infuses the Western modernist tradition into her oil paintings. Wang Yani, age 5, paints in the Chinese brush and ink style at an adult-like level. Both Wang Yani and Alexandra show an exceptional sense of the adult art world in their culture. The ability to master one or more of the culture's norms of artistry is another indicator of giftedness. There is some debate on the origins of giftedness. Many believe that gifts are innate. However, some psychologists argue that high achievement is due to motivation, hard work, perseverance, and deliberate practice. The authors state, although hard work is necessary to develop any gift, there is no evidence to rule out an innate component to artistic giftedness. Some children put a great amount of effort into their training and still do not reach the levels of prodigies. Gifts emerge at an early age. Gifted children show high levels of skill before formal training. Gifted children tend to have supportive and encouraging families. Surprisingly, our class in school does not stimulate the art of gifted children. Family and community seem to be more important than schools and gifted development. Adolescence is when prodigies transform from technical perfection to domain creativity by going from little c to big C. It is difficult to predict the children who will be successful in their transition and the ones who won't. Many gifted children will not make the transition and become domain creators. There is not enough room at the top for all artistic prodigies, so there is a natural weeding out process. Being a big C creator requires a different set of skills. They have to have something new to say. Gardner argued that a prodigy exhibits talents that fit well into their domain, but a creative genius often exhibits talents that don't fit into the domain. They must be willing to take risks and break with conventions. Gifted children are often unable to do this. Hard work also plays a major role in whether a gifted child can transform into a creative adult artist. Artistically gifted children are able to draw things as they appear with point of view and perspective. They also have the ability to master their culture's artistic norms. Some argue that artistic ability is obtained through effort and motivation. However, drawing development differs for gifted and typical children. Adolescence is a transformative time for gifted children. Only those who are able to reinvent themselves will become creative adults. Thank you for watching my presentation on artistic giftedness.